r/AskMen. Mailer_minimum says. What's the biggest misconception about productivity? Can_testicle says. According to every job I've had, there seems to be this thought that if we get together and status our projects for 5 hours a week, that'll make the projects be finished sooner. AIU_killer_tofu says. Is this in a formal project management environment, or are you just labeling your general work as projects? If you're an actual PM, this is the kind of thing that's ripe for a dashboard or some other automated reporting. I assume you're using some kind of PM tracking system as it is, so if you're all wasting 5 hours a week doing status updates, and presumably some amount of pre-work, management would be way better off investing in something to create a feature, to report out on the project features, stage gates, etc. Gives way better visibility than a bunch of meetings, plus you could use the long-term data to forecast, project timelines better or better allocate staffing/time to support things that are going to actually get done and start generating revenue. Totally not, Hank says. We are going to keep having meetings until someone figures out why no work's getting done. Do966 says. Misconception, productivity is driven by output of effort. Truth, productivity is driven by efficiency of effort. Reddit_bandito says. Work smarter, not harder. Cold Camel 7 says. That longer hours equal better work. Tweetcham Trailblazer says. That if you leave the office early or even on time, you're a slacker. No, I just made more efficient use of my time. Mrxexon says. That if you beat the slaves harder, you'll get more work out of them. Polythrowaway 524 says. In America at least, the misconception is that longer days and longer weeks result in greater productivity, when in reality countries with shorter work days and 4-day weeks are more productive than we are. Same thing for schools. Every country that does it better than us, which is an embarrassing number of countries, has less school. Goodle Beach says. That spending time at work is equivalent to productivity at work. Some people just work faster. And no, you can't just give them more work. No one is busting ass 8 hours a day at top productivity day after day. That isn't how human brains are wired. Calepsis says. That increasing productivity equates to higher wages. Little_runner_boy says. Multitasking makes you less efficient. Brainworm says. That working longer means getting more done. There are tons of studies, going back like 150 years, which say that working longer than 40 hours per week leads to long-term, cumulative productivity declines. And so a team working 10, 40-hour weeks will get more done than a team working 10, 50-hour weeks. r/AskMen. Lost in the conch, Rai says. Men of Reddit, what was that moment you realized you need to end things with her, forever? Thanuloza says. When I was still talking, and she stopped listening. Stinarinaldi says. My fiance says the day he found out that his ex cheated on him. ZluckerX says. When she doesn't adhere to my boundaries. 4Ed King says. When I met the other girl. r/AskMen. No Asparagus 0414 says. What's some of the sweetest good morning/night messages you've gotten? From anyone? Friend, family, SO, etc. Edit. What's something you'd like to hear more often, if you don't receive any? I feel bad knowing some guys don't get sweet gestures often. Prize_consequence 568 says. Sweetest? None. Mickey 40x says. I don't recall ever getting a sweet good night or good morning message. I guess my wife knows me well, or we're just super compatible, because a message like that would honestly not mean a lot to me. We normally kiss, say I love you, and go to sleep. Krazigai 332 says, good morning/night messages aren't my thing. The day is happening regardless of how someone thinks I should feel about it. My contacts know messages with me should have purpose to them, like we need milk, or the earth is being invaded by Martians. r/AskMen. Banana Sarah Lung says, what kind of underwear do you wear? From Dad2198 says, boxers for bed, boxer briefs during the day. And Long1212 says, boxer for almost everything, brief for the gym. King KG says, boxers. Dine085 says, David Archie boxer briefs. Kyoral Sadai says, boxes. Lifter on the Run says, none, I go commando all day, every day. Jonas Moustache says, V-shaped briefs only, others are uncomfortable. Metalhead Jake 94 says, boxers. Few Opportunity 5196 says, boxer briefs during the day and the king's new to bed. 8 Pac-Man 1994 says, boxers. r/AskMen. Spartan1 says, how do I find purpose in this life? As the title says, I just want to hear from a few of you. Try and understand how one day you just woke up and knew what your purpose was and where it came from. OK Pirate 480 says, bro, I just turned 40 and I still don't know. Don't fret. Revenant M says, set some goals and accomplish them, kinda. Hard in the civilian world, but I guess you would work on improving yourself first maybe. Well, my purpose with the military, which I retired from 3 years ago, also helped me get into youve and graduate. Dine085 says, are we supposed to be searching for a purpose? I live every day to have fun and spread positivity because I know that I can't count on anyone else to provide that for me, and life is short. Love a little before you can't. You'll never again be as young as you are right now. Yagito49 says, I recommend you to read Man's Search for Meaning. Tree Warp says, I've decided my purpose is just to experience the things I want to. Human existence is so insignificant to the universe. So when nothing really matters, I get to choose what matters. Some days I travel, some days I stay at home and do nothing. Some days I work hard, some days I say, frick it. I experience what I choose to experience. Grey KMN says, I don't think there is a purpose. Sometimes things appear meaningful and everything seems to be going somewhere. Other times, it's all just random meaningless garbage. Nothing more than just things happening, like a bad movie with no direction. r/AskMen. Player 1AEI says, what famous man, fictional or non-fictional, was your role model as a boy? Mine was probably SpongeBob SquarePants The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, not Patrick's House. SMLWNG says, Ramen. He had the biggest dick and smashed all them ladies. Acceptable_weird_412 says, mine was a female. I'm in live with her, Reba the country queen. Hardworking, successful. Taught me give 110% on everything I do. Franz_Joseph_I says, Aragorn. Wakokchinson_ says, I don't know if this is weird or not, but I've never really had a role model at all. Warping Time says, Uncle Irop, Arnie, etc. Corson_Rugban says, George Carlin. First saw a special when I was 14. Really opened my eyes. Cap_13 says, Michael Jordan. Sir_Skizzy says, my dad and my PE and choir teachers. Dr_Simon_Tam says, Richard Branson. Eve Tihordai says, I used to think Isaac Newton was the shit. I mean, he still is, but I stopped thinking about him after school taught me not to learn. Uranial Pooper says, Rambo, would watch the movies every day after school, even had a Rambo toy set with a fake Uzi lol. That's all for this video. Was it good? I know not, for I'm a robot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. This video is the product of an automated process.